Final day of this magnificent Tour de France. A shortened stage maybe, but with the Butte de Montmartre and the Champs-Élysées as part of the action, this was always going to be very, very special, and so it proved to be. The crowd's out in force, the green jersey on the shoulders of Mads Pedersen, Mathieu van der Poel hoping for glory, likewise Pip Ogana, so many contenders, including the Olympic champion on this very course, and of course Tadej Pogačar himself. Well, the ceremonies had to be short because of the shortened course, just 89 kilometres. Nonetheless, the famous sprint circuit was there, extended, of course, by a trip up to the Butte de Montmartre and the Sacré-Cœur itself. Always a special route. Drama guaranteed.
We don't really have to watch to the green jersey points anymore, so it makes it a bit easier to make decisions, and I think I can just do my thing today, and hopefully I still have some legs after 3 weeks.
And you did Montmartre in the Olympics. How do you remember that experience?
It was quite hard, but it was also after, I don't know, more than 200 kilometers in the race. Today it's a very short race, so I think it will be a big battle.
Of course I would love to win in Paris, and I will do my absolutely best, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I also would like to make it to the finish line in one piece, and I think it's going to be a tough almost classic kind of racing today, so we're not willing to risk everything, but we're definitely there to try and win the race.
First priority is keep it safe, bring it home, and then if we have a possibility to fight for the victory, we try. But I think it's a bit harder this year to compete against the sprinters. I think this year they have bigger chance.
I think it's a really nice chance, and it's a very beautiful stage, and if the legs want to follow what I have in mind, then it can be a very nice day, and I just don't want to regret anything, and then try it again.
A very nice day it proved to be. High cloud, but no rain, thank heaven. As we got ourselves off and underway, there was an opportunity on the first opening couple of laps to celebrate our superstars. New livery for UE Team Emirates, fating of course Tadej Pogačar, now with 5 wins to his name, provided he finished the day. Well, Weisstroffer went off and up the roads. Mads Pedersen, amongst others who would have some glory today, was very much dialed in. When it came to the intermediate sprint, Mads Pedersen, of course, scored points. He scored points in every single one of the intermediate sprints during this race, and this, indeed, was to add to that. Well, with just over 50 kilometres to go, we had various incarnations of a breakaway. Aspirin wanted to be first onto Montmartre, and boy oh boy was he going to win, and indeed live his best life. Winning the hearts only, perhaps, but my goodness, he was going to enjoy this, making the very best of it in the company of Guernillac. But the favourites, of course, were going to take a step forward, and so they duly did. Mads Pedersen has been magnificent throughout this entire race, a fast man who indeed can climb, and proved that once again today. The pace was starting to rocket. 2 laps remained. Somebody had to reach out for glory, and guess what? None other than Tadej Pogačar was going for it. Close at hand was Mathieu van der Poel, and the pair of them left everyone in their wake. Could they, would they be caught? Well, several riders tried to set off in hot pursuit. In fact, a small group of chasers, including Michael Matthews, were absolutely there. And then a quartet made it up the road, and we thought maybe this was going to be it. Mads Pedersen there, the Remco Evenepoel, the man who won this stage in the Olympics. Tadej Pogačar himself and Mathieu van der Poel. It was a quartet for the ages, but quite frankly, Decathlon were not going to have it. They closed the gap. Norwegian Corner was making itself heard. Hollywood was getting involved for the bell. Final lap. 1 to go. And it was British champion Fred Wright who pushed on. Mads Pedersen was very much in the frame. And then once again, guess who? The Diamond Duo, the 2 favourites ahead of the day. Would it be a Classics man? Would it be a Grand Tour man? Or both were here. Van der Poel and Pogačar pushed on. The gaps were modest, but boy oh boy, could they be caught? It looked like they may well share the duties, but the chase was emphatic and got closer and closer. Van der Poel looked determined. Tadej Pogačar just rolling over his bars as they came under the Flamme Rouge. Could they get there? What a finale was in the offing. They came around the elbow and went for it.
They ride, they go, and co-finishers welcome it. And look behind, they're in pain. They've given everything. Pogačar tries to go across and follow. It's Mathieu van der Poel, but the catch is taking an eternity. It is taking an eternity. There is Mathieu van der Poel. He goes away. It won't be Pogačar. It might be van der Poel. 300 metres behind they chase. There's a crash there as well with riders down. Van der Poel caught up, and now into the final 150. Oh my word! I have never seen anything for a long time like this. Van der Poel's there. They're catching him. They're going all the way. Here comes his teammate. It's Mathieu van der Poel. He holds on. He holds on. That is quite incredible.
What a finale. Mathieu van der Poel taking it. Jasper Philipsen making an Alpecin Premier Tech 1-2. Mats Pedersen in third place ahead of Max Kanter. Kanter, a big man. How did he get over Montmartre? Absolutely sensational finale, and Mathieu van der Poel got there. How wonderful was that? Stage 21, always special, and this is how they came home. Best team of this Tour de France, Little Trek, and by a huge margin as well. Constantly there, always imposing themselves. Worthy winners of the team competition. Best young rider, helped of course by Tadej Pogačar, but ultimately helps himself to a white jersey. It is Isaac Del Toro. The polka dots, no worthier mountain man has ever existed. Carapaz, absolutely supreme in the polka dots. 2 late stage wins, sealing it for him.